Good morning us. I'm Gary Libator.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And we do have a lot to get to this morning, but first a bit of rain is moved in.
Yes, so this morning our main concern is going to be wet roadways and the leaves and all the leaves that are on the ground, but we will be seeing sunshine return today, but a lot cooler than the past 2 days.
And there are a lot of leaves out there.
Yes, so definitely be careful when driving over those wet leaves because you can slip. So let's take a look now at the change in temperature. So as you recall, yesterday morning we were already in the low 60s. We are just mainly in the mid to upper 40s as for right now. So a big change walking out the door, way less mild, and we are going to be a little bit cooler today, but much more seasonable for fall. And a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, a few areas of drizzle, especially just south of Old Forge and up north. But the roadways are still wet from yesterday, especially with a lot of leaves on the roadways that are wet as well. So just be careful when driving this morning. It is very easy to slip over those leaves when driving. Today will be a lot cooler and it is going to be breezy, so it is going to feel a little bit chilly outside. I would definitely recommend grabbing the jacket or the sweatshirt for today, but a nice stretch of weather through the weekend. We are slowly going to warm up back into the 60s over the weekend, continuing to see sunshine. And as of right now, a slight chance for some showers on Halloween. We are going to continue to keep an eye out on that, but if we do see any rain on Halloween, they are going to be light and it is not going to be a widespread or an all-day event. So for today, we are tracking some clouds this morning. That makes way for sunshine. It's going to be a lot cooler and breezy, and I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Now let's get right to it. Fresh.
Welcome back. We are going to be seeing the sun make a return for today. It is going to be a lot more seasonable in terms of temperatures. So if you do live in the North Country, our high temperatures will just be in the mid to upper 40s. In the Mohawk Valley, we will be in the upper 40s, right near 50 for the high temperature. And the same thing goes for the Southern Valley. So a lot cooler than those 70s we were seeing. And it is going to feel just a little bit cooler outside because it is going to be windy today. We are tracking wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. With gusts reaching up to 20 miles per hour. We do kind of calm down to a breeze tomorrow, still a little bit breezy, but then calmer wind speeds come in for Saturday and Sunday. And we do start to warm up again actually on Saturday, Sunday, and into Halloween. But as for Halloween, I mean, it's still 4 days out, so this could change. But right now on Monday, it does look like we could be seeing just a few light rain showers. It's not going to be widespread, not going to be an all-day event. It does just look like we could be seeing a few scattered showers, especially later in the day on Monday. We're talking afternoon, evening, but it is going to be mild at night. Temperatures will just be in the 50s. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Our Decision 2022 coverage.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some cloud cover this morning, a few areas of drizzle and wet roadways, so just be careful when driving. But let's take a look now at our CAV tower camera. Much different than yesterday morning. We are a lot cooler. It is a little bit breezy outside, much more seasonable for this time of year. So if you are going to be commuting at all this morning, I would definitely just be careful of wet roadways. There also is a lot of wet leaves on the roadways that your car could slip on. But by the afternoon, we are going to be seeing sunny conditions. It's going to dry out, but a little bit breezy today. So taking a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are mostly dry, just seeing mostly cloudy skies and a few areas of light drizzle, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. So once again, just be careful when driving this morning because roadways are still wet with those wet leaves on it as well. On our radar and satellite, we can see a stronger wind speed coming out of the northwest. So it is going to feel a lot cooler today with this wind speed, especially because it is coming from cooler air. So definitely keep that in mind and dress accordingly as you are heading out the door. So this morning, I would definitely just grab the umbrella just in case for this morning. Some areas are seeing a light drizzle, but we will be dry today, seeing the sun come out. So definitely those sunglasses for later on. It's going to get pretty bright here later this morning through the afternoon, and definitely your jacket. A lot cooler today than yesterday. Day before we were in the 70s, much more seasonable, and once again it's going to feel even a little bit cooler because it is going to be a little bit windy today. So this morning starting out very different in the 40s, 49 degrees in Dowdesville, 48 degrees in Utica, and to the south we are in right near 50 in Cooperstown, 50 in Sherburne. So once again about a 10, 20 degrees different than yesterday, so definitely dress accordingly. It's not going to be as warm as it was yesterday. But looking ahead to the weekend, we do warm up a little bit more. Beautiful day on Saturday. Highs are going to be right near 60, so that is pretty warm for the end of October, and remaining warm on Sunday. Seeing a little bit extra cloud cover, but still a beautiful weekend ahead. Great time to spend some time outside, enjoy the fall weather outside this weekend. So for this morning, clouds once again, and it is going to be breezy all throughout the day. By the time lunch rolls around, we will be right near 50 at that point, so starting to get a little bit warmer, seeing those sunshine. The clouds did decrease at this point, but still breezy today, so if you are heading outside for lunch, I would definitely grab a jacket or a sweatshirt. By the time you are commuting home, dry conditions still. It's going to be sunny. Definitely need those sunglasses, a little bit cool as well still. And then just after dinner, we will start to drop back down into the mid-40s. Tonight looks to be our coolest night this season so far. Overnight lows are going to fall right near 30, and some areas even seeing lows in the upper 20s. So definitely need the car starter on tomorrow morning because we are going to be seeing frost possible for tomorrow morning. So for today, expect clouds to make way for sun. It's going to be a lot cooler than yesterday, and it is going to be breezy. And tonight looks to be our coolest night thus far with an overnight low in the upper 20s. We haven't really seen that yet. So as for tomorrow and through the weekend, we will start to warm up a little bit more. Mid-50s tomorrow, low 60s weekend. So it is going to get a little bit warmer than average for the end of October. On Halloween, we are still tracking the possibility to see a few showers later in the day. But if we do see any rain on Halloween, it's going to be light and it's not going to be widespread. Just a few scattered showers, Gary.
28 tonight.
Yes, so tonight, very chilly. I would definitely use the car starter tomorrow morning.
I know you'll be using it.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Hannah, thanks. The time now is 5:10. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And boy, we had a nice run lately. It seems to come to an end.
Yes, so if you can't tell, this morning stepping outside, much cooler than yesterday. Less humid as well. It was a little bit humid yesterday.
A little drizzle out there, too.
Yes, a little bit drizzle when driving, so definitely be careful on roadways with wet leaves because you can slip.
And there are a lot of them out there.
Yes, so let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. Yesterday we were waking up in the low 60s. We can see this morning we are in the mid-40s mainly, so it is much cooler start this morning, much more seasonable for this time of year, and it is going to feel much cooler today with a little bit of a breeze. So if we take a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, at this point we are mostly dry. There are a few areas of drizzle, so just be careful when driving. I was driving in this morning and it was drizzling, and I came in and looked at the radar. It wasn't really showing up, so just keep that in mind with wet roadways, wet leaves, and it is a lot cooler and breezy outside, much different than those 70s. And today we will reach a high in the low 50s. So definitely grab the jacket when heading out the door. It is going to be a lot cooler, but we do have a nice stretch of weather ahead through the weekend. We are going to be seeing sunshine and dry conditions through the weekend. It will start to warm up a little bit more as we head into Halloween, but at this point there is the possibility to see a few showers later in the day on Halloween. We are going to continue to keep an eye out on it and update it with any new information that comes in. But as for today, we are tracking cloud cover this morning, then clouds decrease to sunshine. It's going to be breezy and a lot cooler than yesterday. And coming up, I will take a look at the weekend forecast.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Turning
Welcome back. We are starting out this morning a lot cooler than yesterday. Once again, around a 10 to 12 degrees difference. We are measuring 48 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. So definitely grab the jacket as you are heading out the door. We are seeing mostly cloudy skies, but a few areas of some light mist and some drizzle this morning, which is going to cause for some wet roadways. It also is very breezy and it will be windy for today. So if you are driving this morning, especially over areas of wet leaves, be very careful. So stopping distance on dry road is almost immediately about 80 feet, but wet leaves, it's almost it's a little bit more than 3 times the stopping distance on wet roadways. So definitely be careful this morning. As I was driving in, a lot of leaves were on the roadways and a lot of the roadways were damp. So we are going to be a lot cooler, more seasonable. We are going to be in the low 50s today, mid 50s tomorrow, but over the weekend into Halloween day, we start to get mild again with highs reaching the low 60s. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks. Looking ahead now, there's a
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out a lot different than yesterday. We are in the 40s, about 10 degrees cooler, and we are seeing cloudy skies. Taking a look now at our CAV tower camera. So as of this morning, still dark, cloudy, a lot cooler, and it is very breezy to start. And the roadways are still wet, so if you are going to be commuting at all this morning or even in the afternoon, I would just be careful just for this morning. We are seeing some areas of drizzle and some light mist, wet leaves still from yesterday are on the roadways, so you can slip on them easily. Be careful of that. The good news is that we do dry out today, and we are going to be seeing beautiful sunshine in the afternoon. It's just going to be cooler and breezy. So if we take a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, the thing is that a lot of this mist is not really showing up on our radar. As I was driving in this morning, it was raining and drizzling a little bit in Utica, and it was not showing up on the radar when I did come in. So just keep that in mind. You could be seeing some areas of some drizzle or mist on your morning commute. And look at that breeze coming out of the northwest. Very windy to start. It is going to be windy today, and it is going to be cooler air coming in because it's coming out of the northwest. So heading out the door this morning, I would definitely grab the umbrella just in case we are seeing some drizzle. You don't want to get wet. Sunglasses for later on, because the good news is, although we are seeing cloud cover this morning, beautiful sunshine comes in for today. It's going to feel much more seasonable outside, a lot cooler and windy. So definitely that jacket as you are heading out, because it is going to be a lot cooler than those 70s we were seeing the past 2 days. And once again, windy, so that might even make it feel a little bit cooler. So starting out this morning in the 40s, right near 50, and honestly not really going to change much in temperature today. We have 48 degrees in Dowdesville and Utica, 47 degrees in Whitesboro, and looking to the south, we have 49 degrees in Cooperstown, 46 degrees in Hamilton. High temperatures today look to reach the same, but over the weekend, we will start to warm up again. Great time to spend outside with sunshine for Saturday and Sunday and dry conditions. So for this morning, starting out with a few areas of drizzle, cloudy, just be careful when driving. We are going to be seeing windy conditions throughout the day, and around lunchtime, if you are heading out for lunch, we are going to be seeing a decrease in cloud cover, completely sunny skies, still windy though, and still around the same temperature. Later on for the evening commute, 4:30 p.m., still seeing the same conditions, sunshine, windy, same temperature, and then a little past dinner time, if you want to go out for an evening walk or whatnot, walk the dog, it is going to be a little bit cooler with temperatures in the mid-40s, still windy though. Tonight might be the coolest night we've seen thus far, with overnight lows falling just around 30. Some of us could even be seeing overnight lows in the upper 20s, so it is going to be frost possible tomorrow morning as you are heading out the door again. So for today, expect sunshine to come in, a beautiful fall day ahead. It's just going to be a lot cooler and windy. And as for tonight, our coolest night is forecasted thus far. So frost is definitely possible to start tomorrow morning, but we warm up a little bit more than today, seeing a little bit extra sunshine. Sunshine continues through the weekend, and we start to get a little bit warmer towards Halloween with a slight chance of showers, Gary.
So a nice weekend coming up, but these overnight temperatures are going to get pretty low.
Yes, especially tonight. I would definitely use the car starter tomorrow. I always use it, but it's going to be in the upper 20s for a lot of us.
Yeah, we'll be chilly out tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. If you're just waking up, we have the day's tops. And thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
A lot to get to today, but let's start off with the weather. Some drizzle out there when we were coming in.
Yes, so despite the lack of green on the radar, there is some mist and some drizzle falling. It's causing wet roadways, so just be careful when driving over wet leaves because there's a lot of them out there.
I know there were a lot coming up Smith Hills.
Yes, there was. So let's take a look now at the temperatures. So we are a lot cooler this morning than yesterday, about 10 to 12 degrees cooler. If you do recall, we woke up in the low 60s, but according to our sky watchers this morning, we were all in the 40s. 46 degrees in Old Forge, 48 degrees in Westdale, and still in the 40s in the Southern Valleys, 47 degrees in Cooperstown and Milford. And once again, we are dry, mostly dry to start, looking at our radar, but we could be seeing a few light areas of drizzle and mist with cloudy skies this morning. Definitely be careful when driving. A lot of leaves are on the roadways at this point. It is going to be a lot cooler today, and it's going to be a little windy, so even feeling a little bit cooler than the actual temperature. A big change from those 70s that we have been seeing the past 2 days. The good news is that will continue to see nice sunshine, beautiful conditions through the weekend, and it will start to get mild ahead of next week. There is a slight chance for some showers on Halloween, but it is going to be mild on Halloween. And if we do see any showers, they are going to be light and brief and not widespread. It looks to be scattered showers at this point, but we will keep you updated with new information that come in. So for the rest of the day, we are tracking cloud cover this morning. Clouds will make way for a beautiful sunshine, a lot cooler, and it is going to be a little bit breezy. And coming up, Gary, I will take a look at the weekend forecast.
Hannah, thanks. Fresh off of a heated debate with Governor.
Welcome back. We are starting out cloudy and a little bit seeing a light drizzle this morning, but despite the gloomy start, we will be seeing sunshine today, just a little bit cooler. So high temperatures, if you do live in the North Country, will be in the mid to upper 40s with sunshine. Sunshine for the Mohawk Valley, high temperatures right near 50 and then the low 50s, and right near 50 for the Southern Valley. So a lot cooler than those 70s we have been seeing. And it is going to be windy today, which is going to make it feel just a little bit cooler. The good news is that the wind calms down tomorrow to just a breeze, and as we warm up to the 60s for the weekend, the wind calms down to just a light breeze on both Saturday and Sunday. Now looking ahead to an early Halloween forecast. Halloween's 4 days away now, so this could still change. On Monday, there is the possibility to see a few scattered showers later in the day. So at this point, it's not looking widespread. It's not looking heavy at all. It's just looking like we could be seeing a few light and brief showers, especially on Halloween night if the kids are going trick-or-treating. But the good news is that it is going to be on the warmer side. At night, temperatures will be in the 50s. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Our Decision 2022 coverage.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We are tracking clouds and a bit of a drizzle and mist outside this morning, but the good news is that we will be seeing the sun come back today. So let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. A big change from yesterday morning. We are starting out gloomy still, but a lot cooler. Temperatures at this point are in the 40s. We are about 10 degrees cooler than what we started out in terms of our temperature yesterday morning. And we are seeing some areas of drizzle and some mist, and the roadways are still wet from some rain yesterday, so definitely be careful when driving this morning. Wet leaves are on the roadways as well, so your car could slip on that. So definitely be careful when driving, but the good news is that we will dry out, the sunshine will come in for the afternoon, so it shouldn't be a problem for the evening commute. And taking a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, it looks dry on our radar, but I know when I was coming in, I did see some areas of drizzle and a light mist, and I came in, it wasn't showing on the radar. So definitely just keep in mind this morning, there are some areas of drizzle and mist, just hard to pinpoint out where they are. And we are also seeing a breeze coming out of the northwest. It is going to be windy today, so a lot cooler, and it is going to be windy, making it feel just a little bit cooler, especially since it is going to be cooler air coming out of the northwest. So if you are heading out the door this morning, I would grab the umbrella just in case. Some areas are seeing some drizzle, and the sunglasses for later on. The good news is that it will be getting pretty bright later on, despite still being on the cooler side. And I would grab the jacket as well. A lot cooler than those 70s that we have been seeing, where you didn't really need a jacket. Highs today are just in the low 50s. Looking ahead to the weekend, though, the good news is that we start to warm up again. We will reach the low 60s for both Saturday and Sunday, which is still above average for the end of October. Overall, a beautiful weekend coming in. Great time to spend some time outside. Go for your walk, go for your run, do any fall activities. Sunshine on Saturday and partly cloudy skies on Sunday. Starting out this morning, cloudy, windy, a few areas of drizzle. Be careful when driving over wet leaves this morning. But by lunchtime, clouds make way for beautiful sunshine. The thing about today, though, the temperature doesn't really change as much. At this point, we are still right near 50, and it is still windy. For the evening commute, this is 4:30. Still seeing temperatures at the same, but we are seeing sunshine and windy conditions. Shouldn't be any problem for the evening commute. And just after dinner time, our temperature will start to drop pretty quickly. We will reach the mid-40s. Tonight is forecasted to be one of the coolest nights this season thus far. Overnight lows are expected to fall into the upper 20s, so we are going to start out tomorrow pretty cool. Definitely need the car starter, and frost is definitely likely tonight. So for today, expect some clouds to start, a few areas of drizzle, but sun comes in. It's going to be a beautiful, cooler fall day with breezy conditions and really chilly overnight. Frost is definitely possible tomorrow morning. We are going to warm up a little bit more tomorrow, seeing some sunshine, highs in the mid-50s. reaching the low 60s over the weekend, so getting warmer. And we are going to be mild on Halloween, but there is a slight chance of some rain showers later in the day. We will continue to keep an eye out on that and update with any information, Gary.
And get that winter jacket out tomorrow morning.
Yes, for sure. And I'll be using my car starter 30 minutes before I leave the house.
28 degrees, wow.
Very chilly.
Yeah, coldest of the year so far.
So far.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us. And thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And for those who haven't been out yet, a little drizzle early this morning, but it's definitely cooler than yesterday.
Yes, definitely cooler. We're about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday. A lot less humid, too. It was a little bit muggy yesterday.
Yeah.
But this morning, our main concern is going to be the roadways being wet and a lot of wet leaves on the roadways.
That's for sure.
So definitely be careful when driving. And this morning, looking at our temperatures from our sky watchers, we are all in the 40s. So once again, about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than those low 60s yesterday. We have 48 in New Hartford and in Westdale. And to the south, same temperatures right near 50, 47 degrees in Cooperstown, Hartwick, and Milford. Our high temperature today won't stray much from this. We will just reach the low 50s, so a lot cooler than those 70s we have been seeing. And if we look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, at this point it is looking dry, but on my way in I did see a lot of drizzle and mist and came in and looked at the radar and there was nothing on the radar. So just keep that in mind. There is some drizzle and mist outside this morning. A lot of wet leaves on the roadways, so definitely be careful. You don't want your car slipping over them. Today is going to be cooler and breezy. More of a change than those 70s that we have been seeing the past 2 days. And a good news is that we are going to be seeing sunshine, so a nice stretch of dry weather with sunshine is coming in through the weekend. We will start to warm up for the weekend and into next week. And at this point, Halloween is looking mild, but there is the possibility to see a few showers, and we will keep you updated with that here on News Channel 2. Small possibility of some showers on Halloween, but as for today, we are dry, seeing sunshine come in later on, but it is going to be cooler and breezy. And coming up, I will talk a little bit more about the weekend forecast, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. News Channel 2 is tracking breaking news at this hour.
Welcome back. We are starting out a lot cooler than yesterday morning. We are just in the upper 40s, and I did want to point out, look at that wind speed coming out of the west, northwest for some of us. 14 miles per hour, so it is making it feel about 5 degrees cooler outside. That will kind of be the theme today. We will be a little bit cooler, much more seasonable though, but it is going to feel cooler because of that wind speed. We are also starting out with cloudy skies, but the sun comes in for today. So if you are heading out this morning, a lot of wet roadways. We are seeing some drizzle and wet roadways from yesterday. A lot of wet leaves at this time as well. So definitely be careful when driving over areas of wet leaves. Stopping distance are about 3 times as much as if you were just stopping on a dry road. So definitely be careful of that this morning. But the good news is that we will be dry for the evening commute. Today, much more seasonable, highs in the low 50s. We will reach the mid 50s tomorrow, so starting to warm up. And then mild weather, especially for the end of October, does look to come in for the weekend and into next week with high temperatures reaching the low 60s once again. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Looking ahead now, there's
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out a lot cooler than yesterday. Temperatures are in the 40s, and we will be cooler, more seasonable today with breezy conditions. So let's take a look now at the CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. At this point, it is a pretty gloomy start. We are seeing some areas of drizzle, cloudy skies, but the good news is that clouds will make way for beautiful sunshine today. It is just going to be on the cooler side, not like those 70s that we have been seeing. So if you are heading out the door this morning for the morning commute, just be very careful. A lot of wet leaves on the roadways because the roadways are still damp from yesterday. And at this point, we are still seeing some areas of drizzle and mist. By the evening, though, we should be all dried out with sunshine. It is just going to be a little bit windy today. So taking a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, it does look dry, but on my way in, I did see some drizzle and some mist and came in and was looking at a dry radar. So definitely just be careful and keep in mind that there could be some areas of drizzle and mist. Hard to pinpoint where it is at this point because it is showing up dry on the radar. But looking at our radar and satellite, we can kind of see a little bit of green coming in here, a heavy wind coming in from the northwest. So it is going to be windy today, and it is going to make it feel cooler in terms of temperature because that wind is bringing in cooler air from the northwest. So heading out the door this morning, grab the umbrella just in case for the morning, but the good news is that the sun comes in later on. Definitely the sunglasses. It's going to be pretty bright by around lunchtime through the rest of the day, and your jacket because on the cooler side today, about 20 degrees cooler than yesterday, so big dip in temperature with windy conditions as well, so it is going to feel even cooler than that. But the good news is that we will start to warm up a little bit more, so we will reach above average in terms of temperature once again over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we are tracking dry conditions, sunshine, great days to do any fall activities outside, go for your walk, your run. All in all, a great weekend ahead, and it is going to get pretty mild heading into next week. So on our Skycast this morning, we are tracking a few areas of drizzle and mist, so keep that in mind. Cloudy skies, and it is windy. Our temperature is not really going to change that much today because by noon, still around the same temperature with temperatures right near 50, but by noon, those clouds make way for beautiful sunshine, and it is still windy as you can see on our Skycast here. By the evening commute, still looking good. Sunshine, dry conditions, same temperature with wind, and then by around dinner time, maybe a little bit after, we will start to drop in temperature, reaching the mid-40s. Tonight looks like the coolest night thus far this season. Overnight lows are forecasted at right around 30. Some of us could be seeing overnight lows in the upper 20s, so definitely frost is likely tonight and tomorrow morning. Probably going to have to use the car starter to start because it is going to be pretty chilly outside with some frost. So for today, expect clouds to make way for sunshine. It is going to be a lot cooler, about 20 degrees cooler than yesterday, and it is going to be windy. Tonight, it looks to be our coolest night thus far with an overnight low just around 30. Some areas seeing temperatures in the upper 20s, but the good news is that we warm up a little bit more tomorrow, seeing sunshine, highs in the mid-50s, and above average for the weekend, getting mild once again. For Halloween, it is going to be mild at the time, but there is a small possibility of a few light showers, so we are keeping an eye out on that, Gary.
So the kids might have to bring an umbrella.
Yeah, just in case. If anything, it's going to be light and brief showers, nothing widespread, nothing too heavy.
Still 4 days away, though.
Yeah, still 4 days away, so it could change.
Hannah, thanks. If you're just waking up, we have the day's top joining us at 7 a.m. on the CW11. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And a lot to get to this morning, but first off, let's start off with the weather and the cooler temperatures have moved in.
Yes, so we are starting this morning about 10 to 12 degrees cooler than yesterday, and we will be about 20 degrees cooler altogether today.
Yeah, I remember summer yesterday.
Yeah, summer was yesterday in the 70s. Now we're back in the 50s. So let's take a look now at the bus stop forecast. If you are heading out to the bus stop, we are cloudy to start, but we are seeing a few areas of mist and drizzle this morning. A lot cooler than yesterday morning, and we will remain on the cooler side today, but we will be seeing beautiful sunshine, and it is going to be a little bit windy, so it is going to feel about 5 degrees cooler actually than the temperature because of a higher wind speed. But the good news is that we are going to be seeing sunshine, and tonight is forecasted to be one of the coolest nights we've seen thus far, with frost definitely likely tomorrow morning. And I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Let's get right to it now.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking cloudy skies to start this morning. It's a little gloomy outside, a lot cooler than yesterday, but we will be seeing the sun return today. So let's take a look now at our CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. As we can see here, we are seeing some pretty dark clouds. We are starting out cloudy and a lot cooler this morning. It is going to remain on the cool side today, but the good news is that these clouds make way for beautiful sunshine. So as you're heading out the door this morning, I would just be very careful. We did see some areas of drizzle and mist earlier this morning and rain yesterday, so there are a lot of wet roadways still, and of course wet leaves on top of that for this time of year, so the car can slip on wet leaves, so just be careful when driving this morning. But the good news is that we should dry out by the afternoon and see beautiful sunshine today. It is just going to be on the cooler side with windy conditions. So taking a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are mostly dry here this morning. We are just seeing a wind coming out of the northwest, and this is bringing in cooler air to our area, so we are feeling about 5 degrees cooler than the actual temperature outside, and that is going to be the theme today. It's going to remain on the cooler side, and it is going to feel a little bit cooler than the actual temperature because it is going to be quite windy throughout the day. So as you are heading out the door, if you were heading out earlier, I would say to grab the umbrella. We were seeing still some areas of some light drizzle and some mist, but at this point I think we are mostly dry. Definitely some sunglasses for later on because these clouds will make way for sunshine by around lunchtime. So this afternoon and evening we should be seeing beautiful sunny skies, very little cloud cover expected, but I would grab the jacket on top of that because it is going to be about 20 degrees cooler than the past couple of days. Not the 70s today, we will be in the low 50s. so it is going to feel cooler. And once again, it is going to be windy, wind speeds around 15 miles per hour. But looking ahead to the weekend, the wind calms down and we look to get a little bit warmer, especially for the end of October. We will be in the low 60s for both Saturday and Sunday. Beautiful sunshine, dry conditions, calmer wind speeds, so it is going to feel nice and comfortable. Great weekend this weekend to spend time outside, do any fall activities, go for a walk, go for a run, anything like that. So for this morning, we are tracking cloud cover, windy conditions, and it is pretty cool. Our temperature's not looking to change too much today. Just around lunchtime, though, those clouds will make way for sunshine. Very little cloud cover, still windy, though. And then by the evening commute, we should be fine. Dry, sunshine, windy, temperatures near 50. By around dinner time, maybe a little after, we are going to already be in the mid-40s. And tonight is looking to be the coldest night forecasted thus far, with overnight lows just around 30. Some areas even being in the upper 20s. So definitely going to see some frost tonight and probably going to have to use the car starter tomorrow. So clouds this morning will make way for sunshine. It's going to be windy today, a lot cooler, and our coldest night forecasted thus far with some frost. We will warm up to more sunshine tomorrow, getting warm over the weekend with a slight chance of rain for Halloween.
First look at your forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us. And Hannah, a bit cooler today, but even colder temperatures tonight, right?
Yes, so as of right now, we are 20 degrees cooler than we were at noon yesterday.
Wow.
And then tonight, we will be in the upper 20s for the low.
Crazy.
Crazy the difference. Yesterday, we were in the 70s. Now today, just measuring 48 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. But it actually feels about 5 degrees cooler because it is windy. And that wind is coming out of the northwest, so cooler air coming in at around 11 miles per hour as of right now. And we are going to be cool tonight. Overnight lows in the upper 20s, definitely some frost and some more frost Friday night into Saturday. So those cooler temperatures are here in the mid 50s tomorrow. We will start to warm up into the weekend again, reaching the low 60s. So if you did want to spend time outside, if you work from home, if you want to work outside, I would say yes for today, even through Sunday. Some beautiful weather is coming in, but definitely more fall-like and not seeing those 70 degrees temperatures. For the rest of the day, though, we will be a little bit cooler, starting to see the sun peek out. We will be seeing sunshine by later this afternoon, and it is going to be windy. And I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend and the Halloween forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. We are following.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are starting to see the sun peeking out of those clouds, and sunshine is going to come in for the rest of the day with temperatures in the low 50s. So taking a look now at the CAVI tower camera, we can see those clouds starting to break. We started out very dark this morning, but still seeing some cloud cover. Those will continue to decrease throughout the day. And take a look at the temperatures right now from our sky watchers. We are about 20 degrees cooler than we did see yesterday, so what a difference a day makes. We are just in the upper 40s to 50s, 48 degrees in Clinton, even still 40 degrees in Old Forge, and 53 degrees in Mohawk here at noon. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions, but windy conditions coming out of the northwest. We are also getting that cooler air coming in from the north, and it is going to be windy today, making it feel about 5 degrees cooler than the actual temperature outside. But the good news is that we start to warm up and get mild again for the weekend. We will be in the 60s for both Saturday and Sunday, so it's going to feel a little bit warmer than today and even tomorrow. We are tracking sunshine for the weekend along with dry conditions. The only concern is that overnight lows tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday into Sunday are all going to be around freezing, so there is the possibility of frost for all 3 of these nights coming up, and it is going to get chilly at nights and it is going to warm up during the day. So an early look at our Halloween forecast. Halloween is still only 4 days away, so this is still subject to change. But as of right now, there is the possibility to see a few scattered showers. It doesn't look widespread. It doesn't look like it is going to be heavy at times. It just looks like a couple light and brief showers that look to come in Monday later in the day. But the good news about Halloween is that it's not going to be that cold. We will be seeing temperatures in the evening just in the lower to mid 50s. So it is going to feel pretty comfortable outside, a little bit chilly, but overall not too cold for Halloween this year. For the rest of the afternoon, we are going to continue to see clouds decrease for sunshine, but as we look now, very windy. The wind looks to remain for the day. By the time you are commuting home, you should be seeing sunny skies, so definitely grab those sunglasses. Still windy, temperatures just around the same as they are right now. By dinner time, we will start to drop in temperature. We will be back down into the 40s, so getting a little bit cooler, still windy, and tonight looks to be our coolest night that we have seen thus far this season, with overnight lows just around 30. Some of us could be seeing overnight lows in the upper 20s too, so definitely frost is possible tonight. And as you head out tomorrow morning to commute, expect some frost on the windshield. But tomorrow we will warm up a little bit more than today, about 5 degrees warmer tomorrow. So for today, we will be seeing highs just in the low 50s, which is about 20 degrees cooler than we were yesterday. It is sunny and it is windy. But as for tonight, we will see clear skies and getting pretty cold with a low in the upper 20s for most of us. So frost is possible to start tomorrow morning. We will warm up a little bit more than today, seeing a little bit extra sunshine. We will get mild again for the weekend in the 60s, so about 10 degrees warmer than today. And there's a slight chance for seeing a few light and brief showers later in the day on Halloween. But the good news is that we are pretty warm on Halloween, Gary.
Bundle up the kids for the bus stop tomorrow, though.
Yes, for sure. We will be in the upper 20s, low 30s in the morning.
Chilly.
Chilly.
Hannah, thanks. The wave of... Time now for a first look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us. And once again, it's chillier today than yesterday, but the worst is on the way.
I know. So right now we're about 20 degrees cooler than yesterday, which is a big difference. And even tonight, it looks to be the coldest night so far we've seen this season, with lows in the upper 20s.
20s. Ouch.
I know. I don't like the 20s at all. So taking a look now at the temperature, this is being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. 48 degrees. Once again, 20 degrees cooler than yesterday, but it is very windy coming out of the northwest, around 11 miles per hour, and that's making it feel even cooler. It's making it feel about 5 degrees cooler today. And even over the next few days, we will warm up a little bit more. Once again, tonight getting very cold. Likeliness of seeing frost tonight. Same thing goes for tomorrow night. We will be in the 50s again tomorrow, but we will warm up about 5 more degrees for Saturday and for the weekend. So if you did want to spend some time outside, if you work from home, on your patio, I would say yes for today through even Sunday. It's going to be dry with sunshine, and we will really start to warm up again Saturday and Sunday and into next week. So for the rest of the afternoon, we will continue to see a decrease in clouds, a little bit chilly and windy conditions, and I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend forecast and the Halloween forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. A crisis
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are finally tracking a decrease in cloud cover today, and we will continue to see the sun come out, but it is breezy and it is a lot cooler than yesterday. So let's take a look at our CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. At this point, we are still seeing cloud cover, but we could see breaks in those clouds. The sun is really trying to come out, and by later today, we will continue to see sunshine. But once again, very cool compared to yesterday. We are about 20 degrees cooler at this time than yesterday. So according to our sky watchers, a lot of us are still in the 40s. Just 40 degrees in Old Forge, 46 degrees in Cassville, and 48 degrees in Clinton. We are not going to change too much in temperature for the rest of the day. We will remain just around this temperature. We will be in the 40s and 50s, feeling a lot cooler than yesterday once again. But we are tracking dry conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The only thing on our radar and satellite is this wind. So we are seeing windy conditions coming out of the northwest, and that is bringing in some cooler air, and it is making it feel about 5 degrees cooler than the actual temperature outside. So if you are heading out, definitely I would grab the jacket or the sweatshirt. It is already pretty chilly to start compared to what we're used to, and with this wind, it is feeling a little bit cooler. But looking ahead to the weekend, we will start to warm up again, getting mild for the end of October in the 60s. So we will be about 5 degrees cooler, about 10 degrees cooler than today. Sunshine on both Saturday and Sunday with dry conditions. Overall, a great weekend to spend outside, do any fall or Halloween activities, or go for a walk, go for a run. And taking a quick look really early at a forecast for Halloween. So we are still 4 days out. This is always subject to change. But on Halloween night, Halloween afternoon, Halloween night, there is the possibility to see a few light and brief scattered showers along with cloudy skies. These are not going to be widespread, not going to be too heavy. But the good news is about Halloween is that it is going to be pretty mild. We we will only be seeing temperatures in the lower to mid 50s for those trick-or-treaters in the evening. So for the rest of the day, we are tracking not really a big temperature change. We will remain about the same in terms of temperature. We will continue to see sunshine and windy conditions. So for the commute home, definitely grab the sunglasses. Still seeing sunshine, windy conditions, and we will start to drop in temperature around dinner time at this point in the mid 40s. For tonight, it looks to be our coolest night so far this season. We have an overnight low in the upper 20s, so frost is definitely likely tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind as you are heading out the door tomorrow, and make sure you bundle up. Temperatures are going to be below and around freezing. But for tomorrow, we will start to warm up again with sunshine. So for the rest of the day, we are tracking windy conditions. The sun will continue to come out, and we are about 20 degrees cooler than yesterday. As for tonight, our coolest night forecasted thus far, frost is definitely possible overnight and into tomorrow morning. We will warm up again tomorrow to just around seasonable for this time of year. It gets mild again over the weekend and on Halloween, with a slight chance of showers on Halloween, but we will continue to keep an eye out on that, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Now to a photo that has gone.
Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Lovely day today. Sunshine came back out. A little chilly compared to the past couple of days, but we've been spoiled. It's been really warm, and the weather over the next couple of days is more like back to reality. The leaves also are starting to come down. We're sensing that change as we're getting into late fall, but occasionally we can see a nice tree or two take place. Some of the holdouts here, this picture from Ann in West Frankfort. The leaves that are coming down, if you do have to rake, we're going to pick out some of the better weather days to rake as we look ahead. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is dry. Current temperature is 49. Again, a lot cooler today. West wind at 13 miles an hour. With clear skies and light winds, it cools off very quickly. Temperatures will continue to drop through the 40s this evening. We're looking at widespread frost as we head into tonight. So a chilly night ahead, but the weather is looking a lot warmer than average as we look ahead. We're tracking a nice weekend and an update on how Halloween is shaping up weather-wise that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. State Police still searching.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Beautiful weather today, much cooler compared to the past couple of days, but we've got clear skies and a very lovely evening in Central New York. Let's take a live look outside. This is our CAVV Tower Cam. We're looking to the south, and you can see some fall colors still. The leaves are coming off the trees in a very big way in the lower elevations. We lost a lot of leaves in the past 24 hours with that cold front swinging through, but there's still some color to be had in spots. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The weather is looking clear, and that means it's going to cool off very quickly this evening with clear skies, light winds, and very dry air. That will lead to a pretty heavy frost by tomorrow morning. I think the frost is going to be thick enough that it'll take a minute or two to scrape off the car windshield. If you haven't relocated the ice scraper, probably a good idea to think about that before going to bed tonight, so you don't have to worry about it tomorrow morning if you need it. And if not tomorrow, at some point in the next couple of weeks here, that'll be coming in handy. I think the frost is going to be widespread across a good portion of the area. Frost chances continue into Friday and Saturday nights, but the risk will be lower as overnight lows will be a few degrees warmer these nights, and then heading into next week, the weather does get warmer. The weather gets warmer this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, looking like a beautiful weekend. We've had a lot of great weather this fall, and this is going to be another spectacular one. Sunny skies on Saturday, 61 degrees, 63 on Sunday. Take a look at this photo here. We've been showing you a lot of fall color, but this one came across my Facebook feed, and I had to show this one. This is Kinsley Ray. Perfect shot there of capturing the rainbow. Not a pot of gold, but good enough. This is from Clayville. Again, great photo there. Temperatures this evening, Dollarville 53 degrees, Whitesboro 49, Loudville 49. Across the southern valleys, it's 50 in Sherburne as well as Cooperstown and 51 degrees in Skinevus. Clear weather this evening. If you're taking the dog for a walk, we'll be in the 40s. Tonight's featured dog is Ruby from Dollarville. If you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. It is a cold night tonight. We're down into the upper 20s to low 30s. Widespread frost tomorrow morning. Some high clouds, but a generally dry morning here for tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the mid 40s by lunchtime, so it will be another chilly day. but it looks nice in the afternoon. By 5 p.m., temperatures climb into the low 50s. We remain dry for tomorrow night. High school football, 8 p.m. It cools off pretty quickly. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s by football time. Another chilly night as we head into Saturday morning. Temperatures start out in the low 30s. Some patchy frost is expected too. Saturday, the weather looks beautiful. Again, plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 50s with light winds throughout the weekend. Frost tonight, low of 28. Tomorrow, beautiful day, mostly sunny. Temperatures climb into the mid 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather remains dry until Halloween, which is on Monday. I'll fix that. Showers here both Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures climb into the low 60s Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to kind of dive into the Halloween forecast coming up in a little bit.
So we get candy Monday and Tuesday.
We get the cheap
from
candy
Bill.
Tuesday.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
All right, Bill, thank you. We do have some sad news too.
So now, Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis grabbing his clicker, and what's this? Now you're gonna break down Halloween.
Yeah, we're talking about some showers as we head into Monday. Unfortunately, it's going to be just in time for the trick-or-treaters. The forecast changed compared to earlier in the week. We've got low pressure sneaking in. We're hoping that the rain isn't going to be all that heavy, but again, that's what we're looking at for Monday. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Speaking of Halloween, we are looking for your photos. We've been showing fall foliage for the past few weeks. We're going to turn over to some Halloween pictures. This picture from Matthew in Cherry Valley. It's easy to submit photos. You can email us, whether at WKTV.com, or you can find us on social media. Facebook, another easy way to drop your pictures. There's myself, Hannah Evans, and Eric Gage, also WKTV Weather. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's looking dry. It is going to be a cool evening here in central New York, and tomorrow we're looking at plenty of sunshine. So a chilly one here as we head into tomorrow. Frost is in the forecast as well. We're tracking the temperature trend coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. Mortgage rates have now soared.
Enjoy beautiful fall weather. Others in the country are getting a taste of winter, and they're showing us that bigger utility bills are coming when we put the thermostat up. Tom Costello looks at the cost to heat your home this winter.
From the Northeast and Midwest to parts of the South, Mother Nature has already given millions of us a sneak peek at what's ahead. And this morning, the forecast for America's collective wallet this winter may also be a bit frigid.
It's a very, very high bill.
Across the board, energy costs are expected to be higher than last year. The federal government expects the biggest jumps for customers who use heating oil or natural gas to stay warm, up 27 and 28%. Two factors are driving the spike: the global market affected by Russia's war in Ukraine and OPEC's plan to slash production of crude oil. The supply of heating oil in New England is also about a third of where it typically is.
We are operating right now at unacceptably low inventory levels.
Still, and this is important, experts say that is not cause for concern.
Supply is tight. That is undeniable. We have enough fuel to supply people's needs at this time. And for over a century, our industry has never failed.
Right now, the cost for a gallon of heating oil is about $5.70 per gallon. That's up more than $2 from last year, with 8 states paying even more.
There are people that are going to have to choose between feeding their families or heating their home. And that's scary, you know, it's really scary.
Experts say the best ways to save: check windows for leaks and seal or replace if needed. Adjust your thermostat when you're sleeping or out of the house. And schedule routine services to maintain your heating systems.
This will heat about 2,000 square feet.
Donna Huber in Rhode Island is among many Americans looking for alternatives to stay warm, recently installing a wood stove in her home.
I bought 3 cords of wood for under $800. If I wanted to heat my house solely on the wood, that would take me through the season. That's less than half of a tank of oil.
It is 49 degrees atop Smith Hill. Your full Storm Tracker 2 weather forecast is next. Thanks for watching the Live at 5 News Hour.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening and welcome back. We are tracking some pleasant weather. It's going to be a chilly one tonight, but the dry weather is going to stick around. Let's take a live look in Cooperstown, where the sun is below the horizon, but not setting yet. Our sunset is in a few minutes here. We've got clear skies. It's going to cool off very quickly over the next few hours. A live look at the Yorkville Battery, Stern Tracker 2, Doppler radar, all is quiet across the region. Check this out. This video from Jennifer in Oneonta. This is last week, capturing a bald eagle. Normally, bald eagles eat fish, but they will take advantage of a free lunch here. And they can be very active this time of the year, too, as all of us are getting ready for winter, right? High school football, we're looking at nice weather tomorrow. It's been a phenomenal fall for high school games. We've had great weather more often than not. Tomorrow night, no exception. We're going to be in the 40s and looking at clear skies and light winds. Again, perfect football weather if you are heading out to a game dressed nice and warm. Great weather to rake the leaves. I know they've been coming down in a big way over the past 2 days in the lower elevations. Looking at light winds, dry conditions, and no rain in the forecast for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And again, take advantage of the weather because by early next week, that'll be our next chance of rain. Curtis Corners, 48 degrees, Old Forge, 43. Middleville, Kathy checking in with 52. Jeff and Mohawk with 48. Skylar John with 44. Across the Southern Valleys, Frank and Paints Hollow, 50 degrees. Cooperstown, 52. Eaton, 46. West Lawrence, Diane checking in with 49 degrees. The skycast keeps us clear tonight and chilly. We're dropping down into the upper 20s to low 30s, so expect widespread frost. You might want to give yourself a few minutes to scrape that off the car windshield tomorrow morning. It's a beautiful Friday, some high clouds around in the afternoon. Lunchtime, we're in the 40s. By 5 p.m., temperatures in the low 50s. Again, a nice day with light winds. Tomorrow night, the weather cools down rapidly. Again, 8 p.m. heading out Friday evening, chilly, temperatures in the 40s. We're down into the low 30s as we head into Friday night and early Saturday morning. More frost is possible Saturday morning. Another nice day with plenty of sunshine Saturday afternoon. By 2 p.m. temperatures in the upper 50s. Frost tonight could be a heavy frost in some areas, a low of 28. Tomorrow, sunshine, beautiful day, temperatures in the mid 50s. Stern Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine Saturday and Sunday, temperatures in the low 60s. Halloween showers return, especially in time for the trick-or-treaters. Showers on Tuesday, low 60s. The weather stays on the milder side for this time of the year with highs in the low 60s Wednesday and Thursday. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're taking a look at our frost chances as we head through the weekend. Stay with us.
6, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
A beautiful day today, but a lot cooler. Temperatures climbing into the low 50s this afternoon. The stage is set for widespread frost as we head into tonight. Temperatures down into the upper 20s, the coolest night so far this season. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar, all is quiet across the area. Current temperature is 46 degrees and falling. Still a lot of leaves on the trees in the lower elevations, but the leaves have come down quite a bit over the past 24 hours. This picture from Chase and Clinton. If you do have to rake the leaves, we're taking a look at some of the best days to do that coming up. This evening, temperatures in the 40s. Again, widespread frost will be developing tonight. We're tracking a chilly start to our Friday and a gorgeous weekend. We'll look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The man who admitted guilt in 3 separate shootings.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Clear skies. A beautiful sunset taking place a few moments ago from our vantage point here on Smith Hill. This is our CAV tower cam, and temperatures are going to plunge over the next few hours under clear skies. A live look at our Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Frost is in the forecast tonight. Now is a good time to relocate your ice scraper because I think you're going to need it tomorrow morning. A couple of minutes will be needed to be put into your morning commute, getting the car ready to head out the door because we're talking about a frost even in the lower elevations. Again, something to think about here tomorrow morning. The frost chances continue over the weekend, but temperatures won't be quite as cool compared to tonight. But some patchy frost is in the cards Friday night as well as Saturday night. Temperatures warm up and frost is not expected beyond that. Weekend looking nice. Sunshine Saturday, Sunday, temperatures in the low 60s. It's been a wonderful fall. We've had a lot of nice weekends and this one is expected to be nice too. Unfortunately, the nice weather does not look to continue into Halloween. We have some showers in the forecast for Monday evening, temperatures in the 50s, so not great news there. As we get closer to Halloween, we're looking for your photos, getting us into the mood for Halloween. This is Tanner from Deerfield, wanting to be a meteorologist. That's a great costume. Easy way to drop us photos. Check out our Facebook page, social media, or email, weather at WKTV.com. Temperatures this evening in the 40s, Norway 48, Curtis Corners 48, Inlet Eric with 43 degrees, Hartwick 51, Paints Hollow 50, and Newport, Jason checking in with 52. It's clear tonight, it's cold. We're down into the upper 20s in most areas. By 7 a.m. Friday morning, it's dry. It's a frosty start to the day. Friday's weather looks nice. Lunchtime temperatures in the mid-40s. Just a few high clouds will be with us from time to time. 5 p.m. temperatures in the low 50s. Great weather for high school football. 8 p.m. dry. Temperatures in the low to mid-40s. Great weather for the players and the fans. Just dress nice and warm. Some frost is possible Saturday morning. Temperatures start out in the low 30s. Saturday afternoon looks really nice. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Frost tonight down to 28. Sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Low 60s over the weekend. Our chance of rain is with us Monday and Tuesday, but it stays pretty mild for this time of the year. Highs in the low 60s, drying out for Wednesday and Thursday. Back over to you.
Bill, thanks. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Now for a first look at the forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. And I must admit, I didn't know what was coming up. And while we were watching that piece, I turned around and I looked at 35 degrees. I didn't bring a warm enough coat, Bill. It's going to be cold today.
I had to do some laps in the parking lot.
Oh, just to warm up to get into the car.
Yeah. 35 degrees. That's our current temperature. The coldest night we've had so far, 31. So we're likely going to go below that, which means frost is going to be a big issue heading into tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at that frost. You're going to want to budget about 1 to 2 minutes to scrape off the car windshield. And we're looking at conditions that will favor the frost melting pretty quickly. But if you don't have time to let the frost melt, you're going to want to budget some time for that. As we look at our current live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, it is dry. Skies are clear, and that's what's helping temperatures drop so quickly. Let's take a look at the temperature trend. Tomorrow's a cool day. We're in the 50s, but we start to warm up. Looking ahead, we're back into the 60s, and we will stay in the 60s, which is above average for this time of the year. 70s way above average, 60s above average. We're usually in the 50s here. For us tonight, down to 28. We're looking at conditions as the kids head off to school and the weekend forecast. That's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. At 5 and 6, we told you.
Dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside Surcavi Tower Cam. It's chilly out there tonight. Temperatures have already dropped into the 30s. We're expecting overnight lows to fall below freezing for most areas, which means frost is likely going to be widespread first thing tomorrow morning. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the area. Again, a high likelihood of frost tonight, a light freeze with temperatures dropping below 32. Frost is possible tomorrow night as well as Saturday night. Our frost chances decrease, and we're not expecting frost heading into early next week as temperatures begin to warm up. The weekend weather looks really nice. Saturday's high 61, sunny skies. Sunday, mostly sunny, temperatures in the low 60s. Halloween looks more like tricks rather than treats this year with the weather. Talking about clouds and some rain showers Monday evening with temperatures in the mid-50s. So it does look like the weather's going to turn. Getting you in the mood for Halloween, take a look at Thomas dressing up as a hot dog. If you want to be part of this, by the way, send us your pictures. You can find us on social media or search for or send it to our email address, weather@WKTV.com. As we look at tonight's weather, again, clear skies. We drop into the low 30s tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. the morning commute featuring mostly sunny skies. High clouds will be arriving as we head into the afternoon. It's still pretty chilly at noontime, temperatures in the mid-40s. We climb into the 50s by 5 p.m. with mostly sunny skies. The weather remains clear for high school football. 8 p.m., 45 in Utica, 39 in Inlet, 41 in Herkimer. It gets chilly again tomorrow night with overnight lows in the low 30s. Saturday morning, 7 a.m., temperatures start out right around freezing, so more patchy frost is possible Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m., sunshine, temperatures in the upper 50s, and we remain dry throughout Saturday afternoon. Frost tonight down to 28 degrees. Tomorrow, a beautiful day, light winds, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Beautiful weather for the weekend. Temperatures climb into the low 60s. And then Halloween, the weather does change. We're expecting clouds and showers to return, especially Monday evening. Showers around Tuesday. The weather looking mild. Highs in the low 60s with a return to sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday. So a couple of cool nights ahead, but for the most part, this is above average. Warmer weather, not the 70s, but 60s, and we'll take it.
Hang on to it as long as we can. All right, Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, are Americans listening? Look at the forecast tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, and I took a peek at the temperature out and realized I did not bring a warm enough coat to go home tonight. It's cold out.
Well, it's unfortunately that time of the year where it gets cold really quickly. Once the sun sets, temperatures plummet, and we're already down to 33. The coldest we've been so far, 31, and you know we're going to get a lot colder.
Absolutely. So what does that mean for everybody tomorrow when they get the cars going in the morning?
You're going to want to give yourself a few extra minutes. We're talking about frost, and I think the frost is going to be pretty thick on the car windshield. You want to budget about 1 to 2 minutes to scrape off the car windshield. And again, just something to keep in mind as you're heading out and about for the morning commute. You're going to want to give yourself some time to do that. It is clear outside, of course, with temperatures falling. As live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Our temperatures will slowly warm up as we look ahead. We'll be in the 50s tomorrow, but it is warmer for the weekend. Temperatures climb into the 60s Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Tonight, again, down to 28, a cold night ahead. We're taking a look at conditions at the bus stop, and we've got to look at that weekend forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Now at 5 and 6 tonight, we told...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. Our CAV tower cam is looking crystal clear as we overlook the city of Utica. Temperatures are chilly this evening. A lot of us are right around the freezing mark already, which means frost is looking all but imminent as we head into tomorrow morning. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking dry, and again, our frost chances will continue, not only tonight, but over the next couple of nights. Although I think temperatures will be slightly warmer tomorrow night as well as Saturday night. Heading into early next week, temperatures warm up and the risk for frost drops off. Nice weather is expected for the weekend. Saturday's high 61, Sunday mostly sunny 63. We've had outstanding weather this fall. We've had a lot of nice weekends, and this one looks to be another one. So get out and enjoy it. Unfortunately, the nice weather doesn't look to hang around into Halloween. We're looking at some rain to return as we head into Monday afternoon and Monday evening. So more tricks than treats this year. Temperatures in the mid-50s. The rain at this point looks to be on the lighter side. Speaking of Halloween, take a look at Thomas dressing up here for Halloween. We're looking for your pictures if you have Halloween decorations or costumes that you want to share. You can share them with us on social media or send us an email to weather@wktv.com. Heading into tonight, clear skies and cold. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s. We start out Friday morning dry with mostly sunny skies. A high overcast will be taking place throughout the day, with just a few high clouds around. At lunchtime, we're still in the 40s, so again, a chilly day. We'll climb into the mid-50s in the afternoon. Stopping things at 5 o'clock, your evening commute looks dry. The weather looks chilly for high school football. We'll drop into the 40s by game time. And again, another cold night is expected tomorrow night. Clear skies, overnight lows drop down into the low 30s. Saturday, sunshine, warming up nicely. By 2 p.m., temperatures climb into the upper 50s with wall-to-wall sunshine. Frost tonight down to 28. Beautiful day tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, a light wind, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Heading into Halloween, again, showers look to return. More showers on Tuesday, highs in the low 60s. And it stays dry, mild for this time of the year, highs in the low 60s Wednesday and Thursday. So again, enjoy yet another lovely weekend.
Yep, I told Spencer and Tala I'll dress warm for football tomorrow.
That's right.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next,